Well, Merry Christmas once again, ladies and gentlemen. I am Franchise Pearson, and welcome again to my channel. It is Santa Claus Day. Yeah, but he didn't come down my chimney. I don't know where yet. If y'all see him, let me know. Dog pound mad too. Yeah, it's a very disappointing situation here at the Pearson house, but hey, I'm getting by. Thought I'd dress the occasion. You know, did I tell you it was 8 o'clock, 8 p.m.? Yeah, 8 p.m. And I guess Santa got a few more hours. You know, I was scrolling through this internet a little while ago, and I came across David Pakman, the David Pakman Show. Been out there a long time. I admire this guy because he does do his homework. Old school journalism. And he gives, of course, his opinion. And again, great research. I can respect someone like that. He's talking about a dynasty that was being formed before our very eyes. And I have a strong feeling that the golden age that Donald J. Trump has been trying to sell us on is really a basis that is set for a British rule. In a moment, I will play a portion of David Pakman's video. I'm trying to get my British accent up to par as I deliver this, but I think I'll go back to my regular voice. I am deeply saddened by what I'm hearing, but I'm not surprised. I'd heard sprinkles of this, I want to say maybe about 2-3 years ago, I heard sprinkles of this, that if and when Donald Trump ever gets back up in there, yeah, that it would be his son and then maybe his daughter and maybe a family friend, that once he gets it, he'll never let it go. Well, David's reported on some research that he's done, excerpts from a special person who's connected with TPUSA. And it's the kind of thing that would have me join up and go down to TPUSA and just get arrested that day because my megaphone would be so loud playing what I'm about to play for you that I would only get arrested because their truth will be finally let out the bag for them to really make a decision. You see, because if David Pakman's report is right, there is a danger. And I'm hoping it's not too late for me to get my request in for Santa, change what I really wanted to something else. I need a prevention time machine to go back and see if I can rearrange things and change the course of this Titanic, because we're headed to Trumpsville, USA, as opposed to Peoplesville, USA. It's frankly disturbing. And I wonder if Charlie Kirk's wife really knows about this. I don't want to call it an alleged plan. It appears to be true. I wonder if she really knows that it would be Trump, JD, and then it was supposed to be her husband, Charlie. But now that Charlie's out the way, be JD and one of Trump's sons. And they're talking about a 30-year reign, baby. They're putting Britain to shame, straight up. Now, if you are going to coin it as the golden age, let me say that again. As Charlie Kirk's wife would say, let me go back. We're supposed to have a democracy here. People are supposed to vote their choice. But it appears to me over the last 30, maybe 40 some odd years, money is ruling America to a degree where it's putting the boys from way back in the day who got money, it's putting them to shame. I hate to tell you, but there is a dynasty brewing, and there have been several here in America. You guys have heard of the Rothschilds and the Carnegies and the Roosevelts, and you just go down the road. And the whispers of the donations, and of course, I've talked about it the last 2 weeks of Silicon Valley. People, this is just a hot mess. That, excuse me if I'm late to the party, but this thing about we the people, y'all need to just go ahead and let the dollar be out for about, I don't know, maybe 3 more years. Because I want to change the back of that dollar with that eagle flying, and they got that pyramid and everything. I think we should just put something a little bit different on there and just tell the truth. Maybe like like an octopus with all these arms, and every arm representing what he controlling: banking, politics, education, Bitcoin, every arm of the squid, just because that's what we got. And it's one head. And it changes every, I don't know, X amount of years or decades. But this time, right before our very eyes, they told us, but they didn't tell us. The Trump dynasty. That would explain the coin, the gold card, the gym shoes, all these buildings, the palaces, the resorts. If this ain't King of King and Lord of Lord on earth, I don't know what is. Emperor, come forth. I guess I'll play this video for you right about now. I didn't say it enough. I hope I got my speaker up. Listen very carefully of how this thing was supposed to go in succession of who was supposed to be president and then thereafter.
First phase is in 2028, J.D. Vance runs for president. Who was supposed to be his vice president? Charlie Kirk, the now deceased Charlie Kirk. After 8 years of a Vance presidency, the plan was for Charlie Kirk to become president himself with Donald Trump Jr. as his vice president. That is coming directly from Turning Point USA board member Mike Miller, longtime Trump ally, and described the plan in an interview. In his words, it was supposed to be JD and Charlie for 8 years after Trump, and then Charlie, and then after that, probably Donald Trump Jr. This was not about voters deciding anything organically or about Republican insiders, or Republican voters, better said, deciding on the direction of the party. This was an internal grooming pipeline, a hand-picked MAGA sort of royal line of sorts, more akin to the British royal family than American democracy. And the reporting makes it really clear that this is not a new plan. Shortly after Charlie Kirk was introduced to the Trump family, Trump Jr. praised Kirk and said he's brilliant and this is someone who could be president. JD.
So, I'm thinking how you would structure this and pull this off, and you run Big Daddy. I shouldn't call him Big Daddy, respectfully. The president, you run Donald J. Trump. And then you got everybody else down the choo-choo train, and you never show the caboose, because ain't no caboose. Because As he's running, they're running. And as they're running, they have these different factions of the leader of the pack is Turning Point USA. You already said. Charlie Kirk introduces J.D. Vance to Trump, and the rest is history. And now what was it? On the 18th of this month, December, Erica Kirk said they got 50 new chapters every day. No wonder my video kept coming out to Trump's birthday, 6/14. See, numbers don't lie. In this case, the future is an experience because numbers not lying. And then you're hearing this. So you run the Godfather. He's got his children. And he's got Charlie's movements. And even though Charlie is dead, may he rest in peace, the wife allegedly, I don't know, is she buying into this? Does she know? It's time for me to call Candace. Candace need to get on this. Forget about France and all this. I think Candace need to get on this right now. Get that grit right now, Candace. I give her the day off for the holiday, but after that, Candace need to be front center on this. You think, am I late? This is crazy. Voters no choice. Was it the entertainer Sly the Family Stones? It's a family affair. It's a family affair. Look that cut up, because this sounds like a family affair. They just happened to let Charlie in because Charlie had that movement. This is why I said in my first video, after I went to Arlington Heights, where Charlie Kirk was born, right here in Illinois. After I went out there to the memorial, beautiful people, I said that an 18-year-old man getting all that money, I think it was $1 million, he got seed money to start this movement. I said, there's no way in the world, no way, an 18-year-old boy, let's just keep it real, could forecast and have the brilliance to create a movement like TPUSA. You kind of wonder, who are these people around him allegedly giving him these ideas to go from that moment at 18 years old to the now planned dynasty of Donald J. Trump and company. Oh, you can't say it ain't no connection. I'll play it for you. Look, people, look. We left Britain. Evidently, we back. And evidently, we been back. We just ain't had no queen. You ever just do your fingers and you're thinking, you don't want to talk? Right? You got something on your mind. People, this is a thinking. This ain't no thinking. This is a thinking moment. When you thinking, you're really going back. When you're thinking currently. You're contemplating. But when you're thinking, you're looking, you're reaching back. Wow, this man said the golden age. Utilizing Charlie Kirk, and even though he's gone, we got a base there. Is that why Erica committed a few days ago? Early, and I did a video on it. Is that why she committed 3 years in advance to JD? Come on. man. Somebody help me here. I just did the video. Let me throw that in the mix because I want y'all to see this video. The video that I came out with to set this off, as they say, is this one. Ho ho, no, JD. This one here. You got to watch this video here. Ho ho, no, JD. He got a crown on his head. And the question that I asked was, did Erica Kirk give JD Vance a throne for Christmas? Michael rowed the boat ashore, hallelujah. I'm trying to calm myself down. She gotta know. Let me know how y'all feel in the chat. I'm assuming allegedly she gotta know the plan. She committed 3 years early. And I already showed y'all the alleged connection with Silicon Valley. But people, this ain't right. This is not right at all. What makes them so privileged that they think they can just take over America and run it for the next 20 to 30 years? I want you to hear it again. This is what this man's reporting, and I don't doubt what he's saying to be true. You need to hear this again. Listen.
Is in 2028, J.D. Vance runs for president. Who was supposed to be his vice president? Charlie Kirk, the now deceased Charlie Kirk. After 8 years of a Vance presidency, the plan was for Charlie Kirk to become president himself with Donald Trump Jr. as his vice president. That is coming directly from Turning Point USA board member Mike Miller, longtime Trump ally, and described the plan in an interview. In his words, it was supposed to be JD and Charlie for 8 years after Trump, and then Charlie, and then after that, probably Donald Trump Jr. This was not about voters deciding anything organically or about Republican insiders, or Republican voters, better said, deciding on the direction of the party. This was...
I guess the only bad thing about it is that they didn't throw Barron in the net. Say it again, Pearson. I guess the only bad thing about this is that they didn't throw Barron in the mix. Hey, you might as well put it all out there. What are you, 18, 19 now? By the time they run 20 years, he be ready. He can run for, alderman, senator, congressman. You know how it go. JD was only in there 2 years, and now he VP. This really make you want to talk hood talk and say, what's really going on? Because JD, back in the day, see if I can phrase this right. He said, I'll never be a Trumpster. You will be a Trumpster if it means it's going to serve you in the future. Did we peg it tonight? Santa Claus, you ain't got to come. I figured it out. JD said something like that. I paraphrase. He said, I'll never be a Trumpster. Think about it. Put it in chat. What you think? What you think? This ain't criminal activity, but I think the people at Turning Point USA need to watch a video like this. I will put David Pakman's video in the description. Y'all need to share that. Oh, Pearson, ain't gonna matter. We don't know when the Lord is coming. I know it's got to be close. But they setting up a dynasty. I got books 40 years old from college. I remember that term. You probably remember that term. Too much power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Something like that. They can't. People, when you can control When you got money, when you can manipulate and just smile like Eddie Murphy and run a campaign knowing that you already got 1 million people that are already in the bag, committed, you just changing faces. It's the same doctrine. Oh, but Pearson supposes a good golden age. You know what's good? We the people. We just haven't seen it in so long. It's a foreign experiment. And maybe that's what I'll title the video. Good night. May God bless you.